Hello, my name is Iradat Abbas. I welcome everybody to my Maths Online Learning platform. Please subscribe and share my channel and press the notification button as well. Thanks. Hello, I welcome everybody to my Maths Online Learning platform. Let's start with the matrix inverse today. Right, okay. What do we mean by inverse of a number? Like when we say inverse of a number, suppose we have a number 3, right? So the inverse of 3 will be 1 over 3, because 1 is already understood. 1 is already understood like beneath any number. So if I say the inverse of a, so it will be 1 over a. If I say the inverse of 2 by 3, so the inverse of 2 by 3 will be 3 over 2. Right, okay. Let me tell you, when you multiply a number with this inverse, what happens? See, if I multiply with if I multiply 3 with 3's inverse, which is 1 over 3, of course the result will be simply 1. Right, so when we change the denominator into the place of a numerator, and the numerator goes into the place of a denominator, that becomes the inverse of a fraction or a number. Okay, so we have matrix, suppose 3, 4, minus 1 and 0, right? And so we are going to find out the inverse of the matrix, right? So and if you of course, if you multiply that inverse, this matrix with the inverse of this, so the result should be 1, or should be unit matrix. Let us start with the this is the simple. I gave you some concept about the inverse. Let us start with the some questions. Suppose we have a matrix which is A. The name of the matrix is A, and this is 2, 3, 4, minus 1. Right? We are going to find out the inverse of A. So that should be like this. The simple formula to find out the inverse of 2 by 2 or inverse of any matrix is that will be adjoint of A divided by determinants of A. Right? So you need two things, like you need adjoint of the matrix whose inverse you are going to find out, and you need the determinants of that matrix. Right? So if we have these two stuffs, then we can easily come to know about the inverse of the matrix. Right? Okay, so let's discuss how to find out the inverse, how to find out the adjoint of a matrix, especially like 2 by 2. So the adjoint of A, or 2 by 2, this is 2 by 2 matrix, like it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So the matrix is 2 by 2. So the adjoint is very simple to find out of the matrix. You will change, see, it has 2 diagonals. It's a square matrix, it has 2 diagonals, right? So when you change the places of the elements present in the first diagonal, this one, so we'll change the places, minus 1 and 2, right? And we'll change the sign of the elements present in second diagonal, so it will be minus 3 and minus 4. Very simple, right? Okay. Now we'll find out the determinants. How to find out? This is the sign of these two mode. Sign is called determinants. So we'll find out the determinants of it. Simply, very simple. In the determinants, you take the difference of the elements present in both the diagonals. You take the difference of the product of the elements present in both the diagonals. So it will be 2 minus 1, and it will be 4 cross 3. Right? See, I've taken the difference of the product of the elements present in both the diagonal. So it will be simply minus 2 and minus 12. So it's going to be minus 14. Right? Okay. So we come to know these two steps. Adjoint of A and determinant of A. Right? So we can now easily calculate inverse of A. To put this value in the formula here, right? So adjoint of A is minus 1, minus 3, minus 4 and 2, and determinant of A is minus 14. Right? Very simple. Now each element present here will be divided by minus 14. So it will be minus 1 over minus 14, minus 3 over minus 14, and minus 4 over minus 14, and 2 over minus 14. Right? Clear? See, now, yeah, so it's minus and minus change, cancel, right? The result will be simply 1 over 14, 3 over 14, and 2 over 7, and minus 1 over 7. Right? Okay. Clear? Yeah, this is the result. This is the inverse of A. Right? So if we, when I, at the very beginning I said, when you multiply a number with its inverse, the result is always 1. So if we multiply A with its inverse, the result should be a unit matrix like 1. Okay, now let me check again. Let me repeat the whole procedure. Very simple. This is the general formula for inverse. You need two steps like adjoint, and you need determinants of the matrix. Right? So adjoint 2 by 2, quite simple. Two diagonals, the first one and the second one. You simply change the first diagonal's elements places, they are replaced. So minus 1 goes to 2's place here, and 2 comes here simply, and you change the sign. They both are positive, having plus sign, so it will be changed to the negative sign. So it's minus 3 and minus 4. So you come to know adjoint of the matrix. Now, and as far as the determinant is concerned, so for determinants we take the difference of the elements of the products of the elements present in both the diagonal. See? So 2 by minus 1, and difference, the formula difference, and 4 by minus 3. So it's minus 2 and minus 12, simply minus 14. Right? Okay. Now we'll put these values to the formula. So it will be, the adjoint is minus 1, minus 3, minus 4 and 2, and the determinant is minus 14. So each elements present in the adjoint will be divided with its determinants. So it will be minus 1 over divided by minus 14, minus 3 divided by minus 14, minus 4 divided by minus 14, and 2 divided by minus 14. So simply minus and minus will be cancelled, so it will be 1 over 14, it will be 3 over 14, and it will be 2 over 7, like 2 ones are 2 and 2 sevens are 14, and 2 ones are 2 and 2 sevens are 14. Right? So this is the way it is done. This is the result. let's do one more question of inverse. Suppose there is a matrix -4 and 2, -1 and 5. Right, and we are going to find out the inverse of B. Right, simple formula for inverse. To find out, we need adjoint of B and we need determinant of B, right? So it is going to be simply, for adjoint of B, simply we'll change the places. It's going to be 5 minus 4, and we'll change the sign. So it's going to be +1 and -2. Very simple, right? The first diagonal, place has been changed and the sign's been changed of the second diagonal. Now, right, and for the determinants, simply write down like this. It will be easier for you. So you have to take the difference of the product of the elements present in both the diagonal. So it's going to be -4 multiplied by 5 and -1 multiplied by 2. Right? The result will be simply, it's going to be -20 and minus plus 2. It's going to be -18. Right? Okay. Now we'll put the values in the formula. The value of adjoint is 5 minus 2, 1 and -4, and this is -18. Right? This. Now each elements present in here will be divided by -18. So 5 divided by -18, -2 divided by -18, 1 divided by -18, and -4 divided by -18. Right? So it's simply going to be 5 minus 5 over 18 minus 1 over 18. Mathematically, you can write this minus, no problem, either here or just here. There is no problem. Right? And this is going to be minus cancel. So it's going to be 1 over 9. And this is going to be 2 over 9. Right? Okay, job done. Yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'll multiply, as I said in the very earlier, I said like when our number is multiplied with its inverse, like suppose if we multiply A with the inverse of A, so the result will be simply 1. So if we multiply the inverse of a matrix with this matrix, then the result should be 1 or unit matrix. Right? Okay. In this way, we will have done some practice of multiplication as well. Okay? Now, let's do the multiplication. So let me write down the result here of the B inverse is minus 5 over 18 minus 1 over 18 and 1 over 9 and 2 over 9. right? Okay, so we are going to multiply now B, the matrix B with its inverse. Let's see what happened. B cross B inverse. So it will be, we'll put the value of B here. -4, 2, -1 and 5. Right? So it will be minus, and the value of B inverse is -5/18, 1/9, -1/18, and 2/9. Now, simple, as you know, this is 2 by 2 and 2 by 2. In my previous lecture, I told you for two matrices to be multiplied, these two things needs to be same. I mean, the number of the column of the first matrix should be equal to the number of the rows of the second matrix, and they are equal, so the multiplication is possible, right? And it has to be possible because this is the inverse of this one, right? Okay, now so the procedure, simple. The procedure for multiplication, will take this row and will multiply this column first. Okay, so it's going to be -4 multiplied by -5/18, and right, plus, this is the formula, plus 2 multiplied by -1/18. Okay, job done. Now we'll take the second row of the first matrix and we'll be doing with the same thing. We'll be multiplying with the second, with the first column of the second matrix. So it's going to be -1 multiplying -5/18 plus 5 multiplying -1/18. Right? Okay. Now we'll be dealing with this done. So now we'll be dealing with this column of the second matrix. Right? So it will be simply -4 multiplying by 1/9 plus, this is the formula, plus, and 2 multiplying by 2/9. Okay, we'll take the second column, second row of the first matrix now. -1 multiplying by 9 plus 5 multiplying by 2/9. Right? Okay. Yeah, now we have less space here. Let's use this one. Let me wrap the one. We don't need these things now. So it will be simply this one, minus minus plus, 4 5s are 20 over 18, right? Plus minus minus 2 over 18. This is going to be plus 5 over 18 and minus 5 over 18. Now this one minus 4 over 9 plus 4 over 9, and it's going to be minus 1 over 9 plus 10 over 9. Okay, clear. Now I can rub it off. Very simple. So we can take, you can cancel here, or you can straight away take the LCM. So it's going to be 18, 20 minus 2, and this is going to be cancelled, minus 5, and 5 upon 18 and plus 5 upon 18 is cancelled, so the answer is 0, right? And this is going to be cancelled, same, this is 0, and this is going to be 9 minus 1 over 10, right? See, this is 18 over 18, and this is 0, this is 0 as well, and this is minus 9 over 9. So simply, let me write it down here. So this is 1, 0, 0, 1. See, and this is called unit matrix of 2 by 2. See, so it has been proved that the result was correct, and like we have, in this way we have done the multiplication as well. Thanks for being with me. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture. If you're looking for more assistance or online classes, then go to our website www.mathsonline.info and sign up. Thank you very much. You have a good day.